Asus just dropped a brand new wireless controller, the ROG Raikiri II. And it's not just another Xbox accessory, this thing is built for speed. From ultra-low latency wireless to pro-level customization, Asus is clearly aiming to compete with the best. In this video, I'm going hands-on with the Rakiri II to see what makes it stand out, how it performs, and whether this could be the fastest controller you'll ever use on Xbox or PC. First impressions of the Rakiri II, this screams ROG with its angular, futuristic look, feels premium but not over-engineered, solid in the hands with a weight that's comparable to the Xbox Series Elite 2. The grips are textured, perfect for long sessions, and Asus has gone with a matte finish that doesn't pick up fingerprints as badly. There's also little details of the Asus ROG logo etched into the grips, which is a nice little Easter egg. At the rear of the controller, you have all of the switches for changing out the triggers to adjust their overall length, whether it's in short mode or full mode. And then also you have rear back paddles. Now there are 4 back paddles. I do like that these are a little bit smaller than traditional back paddles that you can sometimes accidentally trigger. Sometimes on the Xbox Series Elite 2, I accidentally trigger the bottom paddle because it's a little bit longer than the other ones. These are positioned very ergonomically and they're easy to press when you intend to actually want to use them. You also have your tri-mode connectivity buttons, whether you're in Bluetooth, wired, 2.4 GHz mode, Xbox, PC, and also the pair button for syncing this up on the Bluetooth. Similar to other modern Pro controllers, the triggers feature adjustable stops. That means you can flick between a short mouse click-like trigger, perfect for FPS games for instant response on the game, or a full travel range, making this ideal for racing or adventure titles on single-player games. Combine that with the overall comfort and familiar Xbox controller feel, it's clear that Asus wanted to nail versatility here for all types of gamers. Now here's where the Rakiri II gets very interesting. This isn't just a Bluetooth controller, Asus has gone for tri-mode connectivity. You can use wired USB Type-C, low latency 2.4 GHz wireless, and also Bluetooth. Now the inclusion of the 2.4 GHz connection is huge. It also has a 1000 Hz polling rate on PC, but we'll talk about that in a moment. The issue with using Bluetooth, although it is convenient, it can often introduce a degree of lag or latency if you're on PC or a laptop. But with the 2.4 GHz adapter, you're looking at near instant response time, which is why Asus is pushing the whole fast branding on this controller. And this doesn't just apply to PC, the Rakiri II is fully licensed for Xbox, so it will plug straight into an Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S, and also Windows 11 PC without any messy setup. Switching this into Bluetooth mode, you will be able to use this on mobile devices, perfect for mobile gaming, or even using this on Xbox Cloud Gaming within the applications you can get on your tablets and whatnot, helping make this one of the most flexible controllers on the market right now with all these different connection types. Now, latency, of course, is a huge deal for competitive gamers, especially in shooters like Halo or Call of Duty. On the test booths, when we got hands-on with this controller, response feels incredibly tight. You can hit a button, the action on screen has no noticeable delay whatsoever. So it's fair to say this controller does earn its fast title. Now, of course, raw specifications and speed isn't everything. Customization matters too. Now, the Rakiri II uses Asus's Armoury Crate software, the same platform that they use across their laptops, headsets, and peripherals. Inside here, you can remap different buttons, adjust triggers and dead zones, tweak vibrations, and my favorite part, fully customize the RGB lighting. If you want your controller to glow ROG red, Xbox green, or sync it up to your PC setup, you can do all of that. In terms of battery life, Asus claims you can get up to 40 hours off of a single charge using Bluetooth, and slightly less on the 2.4 GHz wireless. This is expected. Obviously, if you are using this on PC, it has a 1000 Hz polling rate. Traditionally, the higher the polling rate on a mouse or a controller for that matter will significantly decrease overall battery performance. But you can charge it very quickly via the USB Type-C connection at the back of the controller, and it does also come with this charging dock included in the accessories pack. Inside of the included accessories pack, you do get the carrying case, the charging dock, and also additional thumbstick options because you can switch these out. On the topic of the joysticks built into the Rakiri II, these are TMR joysticks. To summarize, they're more durable, more efficient, and have less dead zone. They consume 10 times less power than Hall effect joysticks, giving you that better battery life. They're also 2 times faster with less dead zone than carbon film joysticks, so they can recenter much quicker when you release the stick, getting you back to the middle point. And in terms of durability, they're much less prone to suffering from stick drift issues, which are very common on modern day controllers at the moment. Now, in terms of where this sits in the marketplace, especially compared to something like an Xbox Series Elite 2, now, although this is a third-party controller, it is officially licensed with Xbox, hence all of its compatibility, and I think it kind of is the perfect controller for the direction Xbox is going in, especially because everything is an Xbox now and the hard push on Xbox Game Pass for PC. If you are a PC gamer or you play across multiple different devices, the flexibility you have with the tri-mode connectivity here and also that crazy 1000 Hz polling rate on PC, this makes it perfect for people that are looking for the best performance no matter where they want to play their Xbox games. It's got dedicated buttons that integrate perfectly with the Xbox Handheld, giving you all of the quick shortcuts that you need to navigate the Xbox UI on that device, whether you've docked it into your desk setup at home, or whether you are just simply using this as a PC gamer and you're looking for a controller to play these Xbox titles to feel a little bit more like a premium console experience. Now, on the topic of the brand new Xbox Handheld, if you want to learn everything you need to know about the new Xbox Ally and Xbox Ally X, you should check out this video next, because if you like this, you'll like that.